Hey everybody, this is Montana Bushcraft bringing another video, and today we're just going to make a little bird nest out of jute twine. And I've kind of been experimenting with jute twine a little bit, and there are some that are better than others, but the one that you really want to look for is just something that's really fibrous, has a lot of fibers in it. And the reason why is because all these little hair-like things, the more that you have them, the better chance that you'll create a spark and have it ignite on these. And so what I like to do when I make my nests is I like to cut short pieces about yay long. I've noticed that if I cut them in longer pieces, they tend to kind of bunch up, and it makes it just harder for you to be able to pull these strings apart. There are 3 of them, and so we just take these 3 pieces. I'll set these 2 out of the way, and what I like to do is I just use a plate. The reason why is because there's a lot of, when you're doing this and you're taking these out of here, there's still a lot of little itty bitty pieces of fiber that collect. And what I do is, after I get done making my nest, I like to put the little itty bitty fibers in the middle there, so that way it makes it just a little bit easier to catch. And what I've been doing is I've just been practicing with char cloth. I've been taking a 1095 high carbon steel blade and just hitting a rock on it, creating a spark, and from there it ignites the little nest. Also, I've found, and you can have small nests or large nests, but I found that the larger of a nest you have, the longer time that the nest will burn, and you want to make sure that it's really airy. So you just kind of, take all these little pieces and take them off, and then so I'll just go ahead and use my Leatherman here and just cut another strand. And you can do this any way you want to, but I just found it easier to unravel these when you cut them in smaller pieces. And then I just kind of twist this open so it kind of takes it apart. Just pull back. And at this time, when I'm doing this, you don't really have to worry about making the nest itself yet. Just try to make a lot of little strands here. And like I said, you can make it as small or as big as you want. One thing that I'm going to try doing too is just experimenting with other materials, and well, I have been, and so far I can just say that this specific jute twine that I got, I think I got this stuff at Lowe's, and it works really well. It's really small pieces, and it just works really well. There was a different type of jute twine. It said jute twine on the package, but when I bought it, I tried using char cloth with it, and that other stuff that I used, it didn't really want to work. After I put the char cloth in there and kept blowing on it, it just kept smoldering. It never actually caught on fire. And so you kind of have to mess around with it and experiment a little bit, but the best stuff that I've found so far is just this little stuff. Let's see if I can catch it on camera here. It's just little itty bitty pieces, kind of like the thickness of hair, maybe even a little bit smaller. So you just keep doing this making your little strands smaller and smaller. And it doesn't have to look perfect either. It's just really whatever you want it to do, or what you want it to look like. The main goal of this is make it really airy and fluffy. That way there's a lot of air that can go through it when you blow on it. That way it it makes it a little bit easier to catch. So we'll go ahead and keep messing around with this. Okay. And what I do is I just kind of take this outside and push in, and then kind of do that. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, there's other ways you can do it, but this is just what I do. Kind of spread it out a little bit and make it the length you want. Just kind of fold it in. Then you push in with your thumbs, and then you got a little bird nest. And you just keep doing that over and over again, and it just makes it bigger. Kind of try to take this as much part as you can. If there's parts or pieces that are, somewhat bigger, like I have in here, right here, that's okay. It's not going to hurt it any. There. So you just kind of fold it in, push it in, fold it over, push it in. Keep doing that over and over again. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see through, and that's what you want. You want to be able to see through it still. That way, when you blow on it and stuff, it just gives it more oxygen. You can just stick it in there, it doesn't hurt it any. Just kind of push with your thumb. Just rotate it in. And we got a little nest here. I'll put another couple pieces on here just to make it a little bit bigger. The bigger, like I said before, the bigger the better. But if you got the right materials to start the fire and other materials you can add on to it, it doesn't really matter how big it is, just as long as it catches on fire. You kind of, what I do is I take my two fingers and I push up at the same time I push down with my thumb. That way it just kind of makes it bigger. So you kind of do that, kind of twists it a little bit, and that just makes it. You don't need to make it, you know, look perfect or anything, but that's just the way that I do it. There's a lot of ways I'm sure you can do it out there, but that's just the way I do it. I'll do one more strand here. There. And see what I mean is when you have it too long, it tends to pinch. So I mean, it saves time if you just make it smaller pieces. And for the purpose of this video, after I split these little pieces and stuff, I'll make a longer one just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about there. Alright, so I'll go ahead and put that in the middle here. That's my little bird nest. So I'll go ahead and cut another big piece here. Okay. So this is how long it is. Okay, well, I do apologize. I guess I was mistaken. Usually when I do that on this jute twine, it always catches, but apparently it doesn't. So I do apologize. I guess it always works when it's on camera. So I'll go ahead and add this to the little bundle here. Stick it in the middle there. Again, keep pulling up with your two fingers on the outside. Oop. Sorry about that, you guys. There we go. Stick it in the middle there. You got a little bird nest going on. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll do the job. And then all these little fine pieces right here, I just stick right in the middle. Stick right there where my char cloth will go. And there you have it. So, once again, this is Montana Bushcraft bringing you another video, and I hope you all have a nice day and take care.